Hello everyone, this is Linkimus Prime, and I officially hit 1,000 subscribers, and that is a huge milestone because I've been building and working on this YouTube channel for the past 5 years, and all of the hard work and effort that I have put into this channel has officially paid off, and I want to thank every single one of you guys who have been supporting me for the past 5 years, and people who have been new to this channel and supporting me now. I want to thank every single one of you. I think this has been an amazing journey for the past 5 years, and I cannot be more happier than to be at this spot. And this is a very special review because not only is this my 1K special, but this is my 100th action figure review. So I figured why not just combine the two, and I wanted to make this video really special. And today we're taking a look at a really special figure, in my opinion. It's a figure that I wanted since 2014, and I got it a few years back, and that was just absolutely amazing for me to find this figure. But today we are taking a look at the Transformers Masterpiece 10 Optimus Prime. This figure right here just perfectly captures the essence of the heroic leader of the Autobots, and Hasbro and Takara did an absolutely amazing job. It was mainly Takara that did the work of this figure, and in my opinion they did this character and this particular figure lots of justice, and it just looks so nice. Now this figure itself is actually very large. I'd say the cab plus the trailer is about 1.5 feet wide, so this is a pretty large figure. Now I do want to first take a look at the trailer. There is a lot of really nice, kind of more realistic detail. Masterpiece is, well, at least early Masterpiece, they did their best to try to capture the look of like realistic vehicles and make them you know, transform into, you know, the characters that they're supposed to be, you know, based on. But they did a really good job of capturing the look of a real-life trailer with all of that kind of grading detail, the kind of like panel lining kind of detail. All of that looks really nice. The stripe on the side of the trailer, while is not G1 accurate, it is more G1 toy accurate, which is really nice. But you do have like the blue stripes on the top and bottom, kind of going down and kind of swooshing up and going to the back, which looks really nice. You do get the Autobot logo, which also looks really cool. You get that in red, and you get it on both sides, so that is really nice. And the rest of the trailer is just covered in this really nice metallic silver. We do get some more like kind of metallic black for these sections, which does look really nice. And it is kind of like this matte kind of, it has this matte feel to it, which I actually really do enjoy. And it's pretty much the same thing right here. It's very glittery looking. We get more of that on the bottom of the trailer, and lots of really nice molded detail. You even get a molded in tire, or spare tire, which is really nice. But yeah, lots of really cool realistic detail. The tires are rubber, and we do get some chrome plating for the rims, which does look very nice. We do get it on both sides. The back of the trailer, you do have all of the kind of, you know, realistic trailer detail back here for like the doors. You even get the little thing that kind of locks the doors in place, so that's a really nice little detail. And you get some more detail kind of here on the front. Not much, but you know, that's, I guess that's realistic. But yeah, so the trailer itself looks really nice. Some other features right here, these do open, and something that is cool, when you do open it, the little legs on the bottom come out. So that is really nice. They are spring loaded, so that does do that. But yeah, I do like that. Now that is more so for this feature, so you open these up like so, and that will allow for support when opening up the trailer itself, like so. And that looks so cool. Just bring those down, and also take this section right here and just bring that out like that. You have like a little ramp there, and that looks absolutely amazing. There is so much more molded in detail on each side and just in the middle as well. It just looks so amazing. You get a little kind of command station here, which looks really, really cool. And you get the anti-aircraft gun, which captures the look of the original G1 toy. And I think in the series of the anti-aircraft gun really well. But just the overall design and the inside of this trailer is so nice looking. Some more features that we do get is that the anti-aircraft gun is on some ratchet joints, so it can move up like this. It can go in however many directions you want it to. The arm is very articulated. There's a like double joint here. There's another joint here which does move, and it can rotate like so. So there is a lot of posability just with that. The arm can also move out and go underneath like that, so you can do that. And the claw you can open like so. And this little satellite piece right here can move up, and it does rotate around and can go back and forward and all that kind of stuff. This part does open, so it can allow for a pilot. I will get into that in a minute. And it does have a clear plastic window for the pilot to see out of. There is a lot more molded detail, especially like a molded in seat, which does look really cool. And but yes, you do get that and lots of really cool features there. You do get some more little like command center seats here, and these do fold up to accommodate for a person to sit in there, and the same thing for here to the side. So that is very, very nice. And just like the original G1 toy, you can stand it up like so, and I absolutely love the way that that looks. Now, just like the original G1 toy, you can have it like this, and it basically becomes a repair bay for Optimus Prime and for pretty much all the other Autobots. We also do get Roller, which is included. There is a lot of nice detail for Roller here. The wheels do roll. They are nice and rolly. We get some molded in seat detail, but really only one of the seats are usable, and it's that driver's seat right there. But you can just have him here, and you can pretty much roll him off of the little ramp there. So that is really cool. So we do get an included roller, and Optimus Prime can also be stuck here in vehicle mode, so he can get repaired by the anti-aircraft gun. So that is another really cool feature. Now, Optimus does come with a few weapons that can be stored within the trailer. You do get the included Energon axe, which does have this rotating bit at the base right here for just some, posability options, but we'll get into that in a bit. But it is this very nice orange plastic. It is kind of rubbery. It's very soft, so that is pretty cool. It will kind of help, there not to be breakage in the future. And so far, it's been pretty good for me so far. This does pop off for some reason, but that is because it's supposed to be a joint for it to rotate on. But we do have a little kind of slot right in here that you'll notice is shaped exactly for the axe, so we can just pop it in there like so. You got to be precise with this because sometimes it just doesn't like to do it, but you do just kind of pop it in there like that, and that is a storage option for the axe. And just like for the other side, we do get another slot here, and that will accommodate for the ion blaster in its stored mode, and that likes to do that. Just pop that back in. Come on, there we go, and you just pop it in there like so, but lightly because it will pop out of place. But you do have that option, which is really cool. Now, the Ion Blaster does have a transformation function, and I really kind of already showed you guys what it is. There's a button here, and you just press it, and it pops out, and you do get that, and that is really cool. Now, there is another cool storage option that you have. If we bring in Roller here, you can take this section right here, fold this part back and bring that back up. There's a little slot right here, and you'll notice that it kind of matches with this right here. All you gotta do is just pop that in place, and Roller can go around blasting bad guys, because why not? Why not? And another cool function I would like to mention with Roller, it doesn't work the best, but it's something that they included, which is interesting. So just transforming the trailer back into, well, trailer mode. Just bring that down, boom. Oh wait, that's the wrong way. There we go. That down like that, and close up the trailer like so. Boom. Slide that in. Also, one thing I should mention, always slide the ramp in first before closing these doors, because they won't close properly if it's out. So you gotta have that in. Close the doors, bring these down, so these down. And for roller, basically what you do, take this section, bring it back, flip that section back like so, rotate this up like that, and close that. There's these little two kind of slots here, and these little two, this trailer hitch will basically slide over. If I can get that. Well, come on. Slide over roller like so, and roller can pull the trailer. And I guess this could also explain how Optimus's trailer disappears when he turns into robot mode. So I guess trailer just flies out the back and just takes the trailer away. So I guess that's a explanation for how that works. Now, another accessory that we do get is, well, more so a figure in itself. We do get an included Spike Witwicky, and he looks scary. He doesn't have a face. Focus, there we go. Yeah, he doesn't have a face, but the overall figure itself looks actually pretty nice. I do prefer this over the MP-44 figure, because that one has the loosest ball joints for pretty much everyone, including myself. So yeah, I do prefer this. It is less posable, but you know, you still have posability. You know, the arms rotate all the way around on both sides. There's nothing in the head. The legs can kick forward that much. There is a bend at the knee, and they can also, well, they can't kick back, never mind. But yeah, so you do have posability with this, and like I showed previous, like with each seat, you can sit them in here or in there. You can sit them in the anti-aircraft gun, and this can close with him in it. And you got a little pilot in there, and for the hell of it, you can sit him in roller. And last but not least, the other place you can sit him in Optimus Prime. There's a little kind of seat type thing here, and all you gotta do, again, sit him down, pop him in there like so, close that up, and you got Spike riding around in Optimus Prime. Just hope he doesn't transform, because that wouldn't be good. And speaking of Optimus Prime, let's talk about the leader of the Autobots. And this truck mode looks so good. I do want to get some complaints out of the way, however. My copy came with not misplaced, but a crooked kind of windshield thing. Yeah, it came with a crooked windshield, and that does kind of suck, and there's really not a lot I can do about it, because everything here in this area is crooked. The arm where it sits is crooked. I don't know how to fix that. I think that's just a manufacturing mistake. There might just be a pin that's misplaced in kind of just off center a little bit. So that's really all I can think of. Does it suck a little bit? But it's not horrible. So I'm not gonna complain too much about it. But it does. As a person with slight OCD, that does kind of bother me a little bit, but not too much. Everything else about this truck mode looks absolutely amazing. Sure, there are some aspects that aren't like fully realistic to a real life truck, like just this giant chunky bed, but that's okay, because you know, it's like a combination of G1 accuracy and real life vehicles, so I'm not complaining, but it does look very nice. Lots of nice kind of molded detail. You do get like a ladder, you get the gas tank. Unfortunately, the gas tank on this side, some of the paint is kind of scraped off. You can't really tell here, but yeah, some of it did get scraped off there. There's little spots there, so that does kind of suck. But it is in a nice chrome, so are the rims of the tires on the front and in the back. The smokestacks are also in that same chrome, which looks great, and the bumper and the grille are also in that chrome. There is a little bit of like yellowing, it looks like, in here, but it's not terrible. But yeah, so the chrome looks very nice on this. There is some more silver for the stripe for the sides of the truck, for the side view mirrors, and for the windshield wipers and the frames around those areas. Oh, and there's more chrome for the headlights as well, so that looks really, really nice. But yeah, everything about this truck mode just looks so good. Now, when it comes to attaching the trailer, we do get two little slots right here. And for the trailer, we do, like I have showed before, get these two little things there. And they simply just line it, and that goes there. And that is how the trailer goes on to the truck, and that looks amazing. And now I've pretty much shown all of the features and things that this figure can do, so let us get down to the transformation. And there we have the MP-10 Optimus Prime fully transformed and in his robot mode, and he looks absolutely fantastic. The proportions of this figure just look absolutely amazing, and by today's standards, it's not the greatest, but it really does capture just the blockiness of Generation 1 Optimus Prime just perfectly, and I absolutely love the way that this looks. Everything just cleans up so insanely well, and I think Takara just did an absolutely amazing job when it came to designing this figure. So many of the details from truck mode carries over into robot mode and more, and it just looks so insanely amazing. Sadly, there is a lot more paint chipping on my copy. This is an older figure, so you know that's probably just bound to happen at this point, but it's not horrible. But the head, moving in on that head sculpt, it looks so good. Get the nice kind of bright baby blue eyes and that kind of dark blue for the rest of the head. The antennas are nice and pointy, and mine is a tiny little bit bent there, but not horrible. The silver for the faceplate looks very, very nice, as well as like this kind of tiny venting detail on the head crest. But yeah, overall head looks really, really good. Yellow paint for like the top of like these headlights, which also has some paint scuffage, which kind of sucks. We do get the like the truck mode windshield, and behind it we do get the chrome bumper. We do get this kind of faux grille right here, which looks really, really nice. Just overall, the rest of the proportions look very, very good. Clear, like yellow plastic for the crotch area. This isn't clear yellow, which I think is a bit weird, but it is like a gold like a goldish yellow color, which does look pretty nice. Blue for the crotch, gray for the legs, more silver for the vent details on the legs, and lots of really nice detail overall. The feet are also die cast. I should mention that. I think that's the only like die cast part on this figure, but that is a cool addition, and it helps keep the figure nice and sturdy when standing up. So that is very, very useful. Now, when it comes to Optimus's posability, we do have a hinge joint at the head, which allows him to look up that far and down that far. And because the transformation, there is another bit of kind of like posability that you can utilize. So that is pretty cool. And the head can rotate all the way around like so. And the ears, or the antennas, can also rotate as well, so that is a nice touch. So that is pretty much about it for the head. The arms can rotate all the way around full 360 degrees. They can extend, so you can bring them out about that much, but that's really about it. You can also just bring them back, so you have a little bit more range there, so you can utilize that kind of butterfly joint, but that's also for transformation. But that is very nice. There is a bicep swivel that can go all the way around. There is a 90-degree knee bend, 90-degree elbow bend, not knee bend. So that is very nice. And then the hands can rotate all the way around. There is, they can open up like so. The three fingers are separate, but the index finger is more posable. So there is a hinge joint here and a hinge joint here. So that is pretty much it for the arms. For the waist, that can rotate due to transformation and articulation, which is very nice. Legs can kick forward only about that far, which kind of sucks. That's not the best leg kick. And back about that much, which is pretty good for kicking back. The legs can spread only about that much, and they can go in that much. There is a thigh swivel here, a knee swivel here, a knee bend, which only goes 90 degrees, and there is a pretty decent pivot, which can go about that much, and there is a toe bend, which that's more so for transformation, and I guess you can also count this heel bend. So articulation for Optimus, while minimal in some areas, is still effective in general. Now, one cool feature that Optimus does have here is he does come with the Matrix of Leadership. However, the one that mine came with cannot fit in the chest properly, and I tried to find a way to modify it to where it could, but sadly it couldn't. So the Matrix chamber does open up, and I'm going to use this Matrix, which actually comes from a third-party figure that I have, which it's like an IDW Optimus Prime figure that I came from, but it does pretty much have a very similar look to the MP-10 Matrix, and it can still fit in the chest, and that looks so amazing. And you can get him in the Matrix of Leadership kind of like chest opening pose, and that looks really cool. Now, when it comes to utilizing Optimus's weapons, his ion blaster does have these little pegs right here, and when we come and open up the hands like so, there is a little kind of slot right in here. So if you line that up with the ion blaster and just kind of get that in there, it takes a bit of doing, but once you get it, all you got to do is just close the fingers around it like that and like that, and he can hold his gun. Now, one thing that people complain about that honestly I will agree with is that the ion blaster feels a bit too small for this figure. It's not horrible, but yeah, I definitely see that it does look a bit too small for him. And for putting on the battle axe, all we gotta do is just close the fist like so, and basically you want to align, you want to make sure that this part right here, this little part that's kind of like sticking out more, is facing up like this, so you can align it with the thumb, just like that. I do kind of like popping this out just to make it easier for me. So just align that up, pop that back on like so, and he has his battle axe. Now, unfortunately, mine does not like to stay on all the way, and I can't force it because if I do, then I won't be able to get it back off. So yeah, that does kind of suck, but once it's on, it does look very nice. Now, when the ion blaster is not in use, basically just flip this back, make sure you're holding it in place. There's a little tiny peg right here, and just push everything together like so, and make sure that snaps into place, and bring Optimus back here, and there is storage. So all I got to do is fold that part down. Oh crap, and I did it again. And you can just store it in there like that, close it up, and that also fills in that little tiny hole that's in the back. Does it look weird that there's a little black spot just kind of hanging out? Yeah, but it's not a big deal. And you got storage for the Ion Blaster. Now, you don't have storage in robot mode for this, but that's what the trailer is for, and that's what I showed earlier. And just utilizing everything, here we have the standing repair mode, and I think this just looks amazing. Now, for a quick size comparison, here we have the MP-10 Optimus Prime next to another figure that I have reviewed in the past, the Transformers Classics Optimus Prime, the Legacy Evolution Leo Convoy, and the Hia Toys Godzilla. And for my final comments on this figure, if you can find it for a decent price, which I heavily doubt, I would highly recommend picking it up. And if you're willing to pay the aftermarket price for it, and you have the money for it, then pick it up. It is definitely worth it. Personally, I think this is probably one of the best Optimus Prime, like G1 Optimus Prime toys that we have to date. MP-44 is good. I really do like it, but my problems with it, it's overpriced, it comes with too much stuff. Takara thought that like overfilling the box with accessories would be enough to up the price to $500, which I think is very unfair. The engineering on that figure is so intense, but with this figure, it feels simple, yet the engineering on it is very, very nice, and I think that Takara did a really, really good job when designing this figure back when it first came out. This was a fun fact. This was a figure that I really did want in 2014, but it was so hard to find, and I did want it for Christmas, but yeah, it was just too hard to find. So instead, I waited and I waited, and finally a convention came up one year. It was, I believe, either Comic-Con or Toy-Con, I cannot remember, but that's where I picked this guy up, and it was like a dream come true finally getting it. So having this in hand and just in my collection is so cool, because this is a piece that I wanted for such a long time, and I'm so happy that I actually now have it in my collection. And since then, I've collected different variations of the MP-10 Prime. I have the MP-10 Nemesis Prime, the MP-10 Shattered Glass, MP-10 Ghostbusters, and my first version of MP-10 was actually the Year of the Horse Optimus Prime. But this was my definitive MP-10 that I did want. And of course, I did review the oversized Lewin Resources Captain America Optimus Prime, the knockoff version, and that is currently the biggest figure in my collection. So that one being a version of this is also pretty ironic as well. But yeah, definitely recommend this figure. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't come with a lot of stuff, but it comes with just the right amount in my opinion, and it's utterly perfect in my opinion. But anyways, guys, that is about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thank everyone. I want to thank everyone personally for 1,000 subscribers. I would not be be continuing doing this if it was not for you guys. And 1,000 is such a milestone. I'm so happy, and I'm so proud of the community that I've built and that we've built. And I want to thank you all for that. I appreciate every single one of you. I love every single one of you, and thank you so much for being a part of this journey and being a part of my journey. But anyways, guys, that is about it for this video. I hope you'll enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.